Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be reviewing the Transformers comics Grimlock. Now this is a repaint of the original Grimlock release from Studio Series 1986, but it's a lot more affordable considering the aftermarket, and the color scheme is pretty decent, and it does come with more accessories, minus wheelie. Now this box did come with the front cover edition of the comic, as well as some extra information on the inside, which is nice. We have the relatively short instructions because he is the first of the Dinobot line, and I find that he is a little bit more simple because of that, but that's totally fine. Simplicity is often nice when you have very bigger objects to transform. And in case you can tell, I'm a little congested right now, but it is the end of my cold, so hopefully just this video, maybe the next one, will have my more raspy voice. In terms of flexibility, everything reaches 90 degrees, which is perfect, and he does have ankle tilt, which is amazing. Excellent for posing. But anyways, let's move on to the more interesting parts, which are his accessories. First, he's got his blaster rifle or gun. This is used in the show, pretty cool looking. Then he has his crown, which I believe is the best part of the accessories. It does only fit one specific way, which is fine, you'll get used to it. And then last are his swords, which aren't too bad. I know that they're specific into one goes in the right hand and the other two go in the left one, which is alright. I did notice that the sword handles are a little too big for the actual hole in the hand, so you end up like scraping away at some of it by shoving it in. Not ideal, but it does still look pretty dope once it's in the figure. Anyways, let's go ahead and start to transform Grimlock into his T-Rex form. So first gonna fold in the hands just like almost every other figure, not that I'm complaining. Then we're gonna start moving the head up to make it more accessible later. Don't forget to take off the crown. Let's fold down his heels and then open up the back of his legs. Next we're going to unpin the knees, and then we're going to move the little blue leg over. That'll allow us to start bending the feet towards his back. Like so. Then the next step is going to be to open up the tail. Now unfortunately none of this really clicks in, which is less satisfying than the other Dinobots, but nonetheless this is still Grimlock, so we're happy. But yes, let's go back towards opening the tail, and this will be easier to connect after, well, the tail is out. Like so. Then we can move the chest down, and unfortunately it does not click into anywhere that I have noticed or that's highlighted in the instructions, but it does just kind of sit there, and it kind of works. But anyways, moving on, let's hide the head, and then we can start moving sort of like his wings from the show into covering the head and creating the chest of the dinosaur. Sort of as a final note, we're going to just readjust the arms to be more T-Rex-like, and then boom, there's the head. Then you can tilt his chin down, open the mouth. I think there's a spot you can put flame effects, but I didn't have any on me at the moment. And here you go. Pretty hefty, just like in the show, which is awesome, and you can see all the paint for the comic shading, which is great. And he doesn't have weapon storage for the swords, but he does have for the gun. You can see those two little blue pegs will go right into the feet, like so. And there you go. You can fit the crown on. A little hard to balance, but it is still nice for display. Anyways, here is the dino form. Like I said, it's pretty heavy, pretty nice. The legs are able to give it a little bit of a dynamic pose. You can tilt his body forward, but yeah. Let's go ahead and turn him back into his robot form. So we're going to start by opening up the head and then opening up the chest piece to like form the wings. And then his actual chest piece, we'll take it up, open up the head, and then put that all together. Then it's just a matter of undoing the tail. So open up the tail, slide these little pieces in, then we can start unfolding the legs, connecting them back into the knees, and then closing up his calves, and then opening up his heel again. Really, really simple stuff, doing it on the way backwards. And then we're going to hide the head, do a little bit of housekeeping with the arms. And then as for his actual hands, we can go ahead and open those up. And that's pretty much it. I know that there's the T-Rex feet, those little yellow bits. They pretty much stay like that no matter if it's robot or vehicle form. And there you have it. King Grimlock. I'm giving this guy an 8 out of 10 only because there's less things snapping in it there should be. But anyways, thanks for watching, and let me know what you think down in the comments below.